You think negotiation is all about suits and boardrooms? Think again. What if I told you that right now, without even realizing it, you're negotiating every single day, silently, in every conversation? And yes, this video is about you. Remember that time you agreed to work late again at the office, even though it crushed your weekend plans? Or when you smiled and said, "It's okay," about chores you hate doing? You probably felt a pang of resentment afterward. That feeling of "why do I always end up feeling shortchanged?" is the exact pain point we're hitting. It's that sinking sense that your voice isn't being heard and your worth isn't being recognized, even though you're pouring yourself into everything. Most of us have experienced that hollow frustration. We nod, we smile, we say no problem or sure, I got this, all to keep the peace, but deep down we feel a sting. Why? Because by staying quiet, you've been silently giving up something: respect, time, attention, or even your own needs. The truth is, you are not alone. Billions of tiny day-to-day deals happen every second, and guess what? They happen outside of any boardroom or contract. Picture a random morning at a cafe. One person gently asks their boss for a deadline extension. A couple quietly argues who will wash the dishes. A parent and child negotiate bedtime. It's all negotiation, isn't it? Whether at home or at work, we're constantly negotiating. Did you know we tend to do it without even realizing it? Psychologists call these unspoken rules implicit agreements. They are the invisible contracts we keep, habits we assume others know without ever talking about them. But here's the pattern. To avoid conflict or save face, we often go along with others' terms. We think it's easier or more polite, so we smile and comply. And this is where most people lose. When you never say what you truly feel, you're effectively surrendering the negotiation table before it's even set up. Why does this happen? Because we humans hate friction. Our brains love shortcuts. When life is busy, we rely on these silent agreements to skip the difficult talk. It feels smoother in the moment. But psychology tells us, what feels smooth can leave hidden scars. Research shows that while these unspoken deals can reduce immediate conflict, they create hidden tension when expectations don't match. In other words, the outcome looks peaceful until the disappointment hits. This silence isn't neutral. In fact, it's a powerful signal. Whenever you swallow your no or bite your tongue instead of asking for what you want, you're sending a message, but it's not the message you think. You're effectively telling the other person, or even yourself, that your needs don't matter as much. Let's break it down with an example. Meet Alex. Alex is on a date, and when his partner asks if he's upset about something, Alex says, "No, I'm fine," even though he really isn't. By doing this, Alex just negotiated silence. He traded his honest feelings for peace in that moment. The next day, he wakes up feeling hurt because he feels ignored. He didn't raise a flag, so the issue never got addressed. That's a silent negotiation. Alex gave up respect and understanding quietly. Or consider Maria at work. Every time her boss asks her to stay late, Maria gives in. "I'll do it," she says. Deep down, Maria wants to go home and have dinner with her family. But she doesn't voice it. Every okay is a silent deal. Maria's buying acceptance at the cost of her time and energy. Over time, she starts to feel exhausted and undervalued. And guess what? These scenarios are everywhere, on social media too. Think about how you pick which photo to post or what to say online. You might be curating an image just to get likes or validation. Each post becomes a quiet negotiation for attention or approval. The more likes you get, the more you believe you're worth. That's social negotiation. You ask for worthiness with every upload, but you're rarely aware you're even asking. Why do we do this? Often because we fear conflict or feel guilty about saying no. Research in workplaces shows a big divide. Only about 42% of people even try to negotiate their first salary offer. Translation? A majority, nearly 58%, just accept the first deal and walk away empty-handed. Those who do speak up, about 85% of them get at least some of what they ask for. See the problem? People who don't negotiate lose out. Those silent okays add up. You leave dollars on the table at work, responsibilities at home, respect in relationships, all because you never even knew a negotiation was happening. reframe. But here's the liberating truth. Nothing about you is wrong. You aren't a bad person for wanting to keep the peace. In fact, it's human nature to avoid discomfort. The revelation is that these everyday silent deals can be changed. The first step is awareness. Imagine realizing you have been negotiating all along, but now you're in the driver's seat. You can start consciously speaking up. Wait, you say next time. I need to say no, or I want something too. That shifts the power back to you. It's a perspective shift. Every silent habit becomes an opportunity to state your terms. Think back to Alex and Maria. What if Alex had paused and said, "Actually, I'm upset. Can we talk about this?" If Alex negotiates with words, he respects his feelings. What if Maria had said, "I really need to get home to my family tonight, boss." By speaking up, she's negotiating her time and worth. It might feel scary at first. Yes, confrontation is uncomfortable. But guess what researchers find? The fear is often bigger than reality. In that salary study, many feared rejecting an offer would make it vanish. But actual rejections of offers are very rare. Usually, people are open to conversation. The scary silence you dread often melts away once you break it. So what do you do starting today? A few steps. Notice. Catch yourself next time you say fine, but feel otherwise. Ask, what do I really want here? Name it. Practice small honest pushes. Instead of full silence, try a gentle, "Actually, can I think about that first?" or "I'd prefer not to." Value check. Remember, your worth isn't on auction. Time, respect, attention, these are yours to price. Don't discount them. Breathe and speak. Take a moment before responding. Silence can be a friend in negotiation, but not if you always give in. Use that pause to collect your thoughts. You might say, "I'd like to discuss something," instead of just saying yes. Tiny negotiations. Start small. Ask to order the meal you really want, say no to the extra chore, or ask a friend for a more respectful word. Each time you reclaim a tiny bit of your needs, you practice something big. Every time you choose to speak up, you rewrite the story of your life. You begin to get what you deserve. In the long run, it's not about being aggressive, it's about being clear on your value. The next time someone says, "Let's talk," you won't cringe. You'll know you have a seat at the table. You're not just giving in silently, you're deciding to sit at the table of life and make sure your voice is heard. So remember, that quiet deal you made by keeping your mouth shut, you don't have to stay stuck in it. You've been negotiating silently, but now you've noticed. And everything can change from here.